want to get in front of me?
Yesterday, Blacko said that he kind of sees Dario Saric being the joker of the second unit. I'm curious how you kind of hope to use him. Is it mostly in that backup center role? Do you kind of see him fitting into some lineups with Joker? Or how will that kind of play out, do you think, early in the season?
Well, there's only one Nikola, so I'd never say that we have a Nikola the second unit. Unless Nikola's playing with the second unit. That's a 3-time MVP. But I think with Dario specifically, I think backup 5, backup 4, play with Nikola at times, no doubt. If we go big, play him with a guy like DeAndre Jordan, who I have to give DeAndre a lot of credit. He has come into camp looking like a lean, mean fighting machine. He looks great. So, yeah, what you love about Dario is he's been a 3-man, he's been a 4, and late in his NBA career, he's been a backup 5, a small ball 5. Very skilled, can handle it, can pass, can shoot. Bigger than people realize. Strong, physical. So, yeah, I'm excited to explore all the options that Dario will afford us.
What is an early sort of personality read you have on this specific unit, and maybe something that sets him apart just from getting another guy?
Well, Russ, man, like Russ is he's a game changer. You just love the energy, the voice. You can hear Russ coming. First guy in the gym, he was here working out at 8 a.m. today. So for a 17-year vet that's accomplished everything he's accomplished, I just love the intangibles that he brings us. So that, I think that's going to raise the bar. We're going to be a more competitive team because of that. He's going to push guys. He's going to challenge guys. He's going to challenge me. And I think we're all excited for that. And then I think you have a bunch of other guys that are coming back and obviously have the loss and sting of last year within them. And they've carried that. And now, as we have one practice under our belt, every day we're trying to improve and find ways to get back and compete for another championship. You know, that's our goal right now.
Is it kind of underrated, you know, relative to Russ being somewhere where, you know, there's a clear need for what he does as a strength, as opposed to being somewhere where, you know, 4 or 5 guys can do the same things that he does?
Yeah, I mean, I made the point to our team, and the reason I had Russ speak to the team yesterday is because here's a guy that's done everything and accomplished everything he can accomplish, obviously with the exception of being winning a championship. And the fact that he saw something in this group and saw something in this organization speaks highly. And if you can add a guy with his resume and all the things he's done in his career, and you add the intangibles of a guy that can change ends of the court like that, can get downhill, attack the basket, finish, make plays for people, defend, rebound, you know, what's not to like right there? So obviously it's very early in the process, but every one of my interactions with Russ, whether it's at a lunch, meeting, talking, phone call, or in the practice setting, there's just so much to appreciate, and I think I speak for everybody in that group.
Do you think the first practice set a tone for the season? If so, what is that? What do you like to see out of the first practice?
You know, I wouldn't know if the first practice can set a tone for the whole season. Such a long year. The season is a marathon. You know, but I think I'd probably say if you go back and look at the last 9 years, going into my 10th year, the first practice in training camp has always got great energy. Guys are excited to be here. Guys are excited to start something. You know, a lot of times they become really sloppy because guys are trying to do too much. But I love the spirit in the gym today. Guys pushing one another, and we just have to build on it every day. That's our micro goal, is to get better every day. And we did that today. Now the challenge is, can we do that tomorrow with probably some sore and tired and heavy legs?
Nikola mentioned that you'll have training camp and practices in Abu Dhabi. Is the travel and everything that goes along with this trip, is your staff kind of planning to manage, try to integrate training camp into the schedule?
Well, it's funny, you know, that's why initially I knew we'd practice Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Monday's a travel day, 17 hours on a plane. And then the more I thought about it, we're going to practice Monday. And I wanted to make sure we had 4 good practices, because if you don't practice Monday, Monday's a loss. You lose Tuesday. Like Marvin Barnes said many years ago, I'd recommend reading Terry Pluto's book, Loose Balls, if you haven't. Marvin Barnes said, I'm not getting on my time machine. And so Mondays just like disappear. Then you're going to practice on Tuesday. It's probably going to be a horseshit practice because you're dealing with that kind of jet lag. So we'll be smart about it. We'll try to make sure we're getting guys moving, sweating, getting that fight out of their system accordingly. And then we'll figure out how we're going to approach those 2 games. How much do we play our guys? How much do we put them out there? We have 5 preseason games to use in getting ready for OKC and a season opener. So, but we'll kind of read the room. But I want to make sure getting on that plane, Matt, that we had 4 really good practices where we blew it out, we competed, and we got a lot of stuff in as we head to Abu Dhabi.
Playing in Abu Dhabi, do you like the uniqueness of that opportunity to show what the world you can do, and the players have something to look forward to?
Yeah, I mean, instead of taking a bus to the game, I'm taking a camel. So we're going to enjoy it. It's going to be a great opportunity for our team to come together and have fun. I've been on these preseason trips before. You definitely have to get some work in. It's also a chance for us to be together as a team, go visit an exciting place I've never been, a part of the world, get to learn about a new culture. So I think we're all looking forward to taking it all in while going there and representing the Nuggets in front of some great NBA fans.
Michael, it sounds like Peyton was limited today. Is there any concern about his availability for the first preseason game if you want to play him?
Yeah, he's probably not playing. Yeah, he's soft tissue injury, unfortunately. So I don't think Peyton's going to play in either of the games over in Abu Dhabi. I think it's really important that we're smart about his injury, his rehab, his recovery, because as much as we want him playing in these games, season opener in probably about 4 weeks is more important than anything.
Was there anybody else that was out or limited?
Deron Holmes.
Coach, we saw you off-season going to your daughter's volleyball games and
I saw you
there. What do you like about that opportunity to have that summer and get to watch her and excel at what she's doing at high school volleyball?
Yeah, and she is excelling. Her and the Mountain Vista team are really doing a nice job having a good season. But to answer your question, it's just me loving being a dad, supporting her, going to her games. My wife, she hates she doesn't even want to sit next to me at the games because I get into it. I have a hard time not. I just can't sit there and do the golf clap. So I get into it. But anytime I can support my wife, my 2 daughters, because once we get into our season, those opportunities are hard to come by. So I try to put as much as I can into my family and be the best girl dad that I can be.
You probably taught her about basketball. Did she teach you about volleyball? And if so, what did you learn about it?
Well,
they're good athletes.
They are. My wife was a volleyball player. Both my girls were volleyball players. They were nervous when they stopped playing basketball that I'd be upset. And I tell you what, I'm actually really thankful they didn't play basketball because I'm a mess at volleyball games. I can only imagine how it'd be at a basketball game. But no, I tell you, man, my daughter's a hell of a player. She's going to play at Carolina. She took her official visit there about a week ago. That was great going down there and being a part of that family. And I walk out of the gym every night just with so much pride, looking at her and seeing her do the things that she's doing. And I just hope they continue to have the season that they're having.
You ever start to call timeout accidentally?
No, but I will say, like, let's go, coach, it's about time. And nine times out of 10, I don't care what sport you're in, you know it's like, hey, it's time to get one. But I don't know. I mean, being a high school girls volleyball coach, that's a tough job. I give our coach, Doug Schaefer, a lot of credit, man, because I would never want that job. All right, we'll end it on that one. Go Vista.
You've got another fashion question.
Obvious question, did you run with the ones today?
I think we're gonna mix it up. We had a lot of different, lineups, and that's training camp, though. So none of that matters. Just got to be good in whatever lineup you're in and compete. And I think we did a good job competing today.
Is there a level of excitement for a first practice? What it means to kind of be out there?
I mean, the first one's always fun. Media day's fun. Just to be around the guys, see everybody again. Obviously, the excitement level is really high. we're just excited to get back going. I think everybody, was in a good place today. Energy was in a good place, so that's always good.
Is the level of energy different than you noticed in camps before?
Day one's always, everybody can always say energy's good in day one. It's what you do after that. It's what you do in game 50. It's what you do in game, 62 on a Tuesday night. So everybody can, fake it for the first day. We got to continue to stack good days, and that's what's important.
Do you have an early read on the personality feature of this team that's unique to the previous two you were on?
I think certain guys kind of set that standard. We have DJ, who's always goofy and keeps things lighthearted, and obviously him and Russ get along really well and talk a lot. So, like I said, it's first day, everybody being in one place. So I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know, how everything's gonna go. But obviously, like I said, we have a lot of really good people in this organization. We never had those problems.
What's different about you at this moment right now than this moment last year?
I don't think anything's different. I think, I want to win, and that's what's important to me, and that'll never change. I'm not going to change how I play. I'm not going to change anything I do. Obviously, everybody wants me to say that, I shot all these shots. It doesn't really matter. Shoot it and make them, in game. So I don't need to sit here and talk about it. So, put the work in and then show it on the court and try to win. Everything we do and everything I do will be trying to contribute to, winning play and team wins, and that's what matters.
What if I ask it this way? If Christian of a year ago plays Christian of right now, one-on-one, how does that game go?
I mean, of course, like I said, I'm going to tell you that I win. I think everybody would tell you that. Everybody, works hard in the summer. Everybody tries to develop. I'm young. I still need to put the work in. I still need to prove myself every single day. I don't think I have done anything in this league, and so I'm motivated every single day to continue to prove that, prove who I am, not only to myself, but to my teammates, to my coaches, to the staff, to the fans. That's really important to me.
A very unique preseason trip this year, flying halfway around the world. How can something like that help bring you all together?
Being stuck on a plane for 17 hours, with young Jordan's not always fun, but you got to make the most out of it. I think that these trips, whether it's training camp being in San Diego or going to Abu Dhabi, will always bring you guys closer. Sometimes you're stuck in the gym together, whatever it is. We got a lot of guys, a lot of good personalities. So I'm really looking forward to getting to know the new guys and then continue to build what we have with the guys that are on the previous roster.
What's your strategy for tackling a 17-hour flight?
I've never done it. So I'm gonna try to learn, try to listen to some people that have done it. I can't say that I'm excited about the flight, but I am excited about being there and getting the play.
You don't go into it with a goal of sleeping X number of hours.
I haven't thought that far. To be honest, I haven't thought that far. But like I said, I'm excited to learn from what people tell me. And try to be as ready as possible.
What is the longest flight you've taken?
I've been to Cabo for the first time this summer, so I guess that's probably the longest flight, maybe.
Russell Wilson did some high knee kicks. Do you see any players doing high knee kicks up and down the aisles to kind of to stay in shape on a plane?
Whatever works for them, or whatever they think works, I'll let them do. I won't be doing any high knees or any movement on the plane, but if somebody else is, I'm not going to judge them for that.
Who would be most likely to actually
do high knees on the plane?
Yeah. Who's got that try-hard energy?
I'm not even going to say it. I know for who would have done it last year, but I'm not going to say this year.
You talked about three-point shooting during everything, during media day yesterday. Did you ever find a reason why the top of the key versus the corner three-point shooting was a little bit different for you, like a little bit higher success rate above the break? Was there something that you're seeing? Was there something mechanical?
No. It's an average for a reason. I think I did shoot it better above the break than I did in the corners, but I shot it really well, above the break. So I need to improve in the corner, and I need to continue what I did above the break. And it wasn't anything that mechanically or anything I changed or anything I need to change. It's just I'm gonna have more opportunities this year. I need to knock them down. Like I said, I don't want to talk too much about it. It doesn't matter. You just got to make them in games.
What are your early impressions of Dario Saric?
Well, Dario's a really good player. Obviously, he made things really tough on us last year. It's hard to switch on to him if you're small, and if he's, if a big's on him, he can pick and pop, and that makes it tough too. He hit a lot of pick and pop shots today. He's just a really good player. He's smart, plays the right way. I think he can do a lot of different things for us. You can throw him in a lot of different spots and lineups. He can do a little bit of everything. So, in the little time I got to play with him. Obviously, he played well today, but just playing against him, I know how tough he is to switch onto for a smaller guy. Even guys my size, he's strong. He can play in the post, and then if you get a bigger down, he can pop. So he presents a lot of different challenges for me.
Thanks, Christian.
I mean, basically same like every year. Getting used to play with each other, getting the reps, mistakes, good things, communication, everything what probably all 30 teams doing right now.
What are your early impressions of this group of guys? What's unique about this version of the team?
I mean, I really don't know because we had a 2-hour practice, so we will see a little bit later. But I think energy is something that is just popping out right now.
Is anyone in particular helping raise the energy or anything about it?
I mean, of course, Russ is the one who is pushing the pace, and he's the one who is talking, he's the one who is loud on the floor. But I think the guys are kind of figuring out what they're supposed to do.
Nikola, I know you've known Dario for a long time. What do you remember about playing him for the first time when you were younger?
I mean, he was the MVP of the league where we played, and then me and AG played against him under 19 in Prague. So yeah, a smart IQ player who can do a lot of things on the floor.
You've talked about how it's kind of the same as it is every year, but you have a shorter training camp this year with the overseas trip. Is that going to impact things? Like, do you guys need this time together in training camp?
I mean, I think we're going to work out. We're going to have a training camp in Abu Dhabi too, so that just the travel doesn't mean that we're not going to work. Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to use the time that we got.
Is there excitement to travel to Abu Dhabi? Is it somewhere different? What's your level of excitement for a trip like that?
I mean, I was there before, so I mean, I know what to expect. So hopefully, it's going to be a good trip.
Does traveling in the middle of this thing just change things up a little bit for you? It's the first time the team has ever done anything like this before.
I mean, I think it can be a good thing just the guys get together, spend time together, get to know each other. So I think that can help. And I mean, it can be a bad thing too, just the time difference, travel. We will see. We are doing the first time. Actually, second time. We went to London one time.
I'm just curious what your thoughts are and what other teams in the league did. Just if you've thought about that at all.
No, I didn't. I mean, good for them. Good the teams. I mean, I really didn't care. I mean, I don't know. Good luck. Probably that's it.
Good.
Thanks.